Collective, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest, chillin'. My name's Armando. This is your mid-July check-in for all signs. This is a collective reading. It is based around the last quarter moon that is fast approaching. Following the full moon in Capricorn, we will have the sun square with the moon in Aries at around 26 degrees. So in a moment, I'll cut to the Sabian image and keywords and caution, which I love. And there are about 3 quotes in there. Essentially, it does follow particularly the full moon's message. So the Capricorn reading may be significant to you. Once again, there were a mix of signs in that reading, including Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So it may resonate with you. Once again, this is a collective reading, no matter your sign or natal placements. We are fast approaching the retrograde station for Mercury. We just passed the Saturn retrograde station, and the Neptune retrograde is in full effect. So, of course, with Neptune and Saturn being the more social, bigger picture planets, those tend to last a lot longer and are more impactful, but they, especially Saturn, still asks a lot from us. And it could feel, maybe this is more a personal anecdote, but the last month has felt like 3 to 6 months in one. And even though it is the retrograde, I'm fully fledged on the go. And so, yeah, never be afraid to be on the go. Make a checklist, check it twice, check it thrice, and, move about, move about as you will. Be careful, look both ways twice again. Cover your, what. And with that, yeah, I just want to thank you for being here. If the message does resonate with you, hit like, or if you just want to support the channel, hit like. Feel free to share this with anyone that you think may enjoy the message or may resonate with the message, or will maybe that you believe will receive something from the message. And hit like, of course. I should remind you, right? I never ask you guys to hit like. Feel free to comment, talk to me, please, and yes, share all the good things. Thank you for being here. I honor you, your path. I was getting the number 353, 333, 345, those kind of larger angel numbers. Perhaps we'll get into it. I've been thinking a lot about the High Priestess, so I know maybe a lot of you are in hiding. Maybe a lot of you haven't subscribed and you just watch on the sidelines, which is perfectly acceptable. It's an open platform. But I would like for you to subscribe, even if it's just for a little bit, or maybe you'd like to stay for a long while. And yes, I opened the channel. I asked that our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light, the brightest, bright white light, protect us and protect me as I channel and interpret for your divine. Once again, I need to address my brand, perhaps, which I know is like gross to think about this channel as a brand, but yeah, I mean, it's a platform, right? So even as tarot readers, we are branded. I took on the moniker Mile High Priest, but my work is evolving beyond just that. arena. And so I've been calling myself the Wild and Free High Priest. So we'll just see what happens, right? Thank you for being here. I want to remind you that I don't incite fear, and my intentions are not to incite fear or instill fear within you. I am here to help you move energy. Remember, it's neither created nor destroyed. It's only moved around. Who said that? Oh, a Pisces, Albert Einstein, right? Now I'm going to cut to the... he didn't say it in that like in those words. I just made it my own. I paraphrased in a weird way. Yes, thank you for being here. I'm going to cut to the Sabian image, Aries 26. I'll be right back. Thank you. A man possessed of more gifts than he can hold. An old saying, quote, "A full cup must be carried steadily." And Frank, everyone has inside himself a piece of good news. The good news is that you really don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. Francis Bacon. Quote, "A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds." The key words here are potentials and obsessions they can bring. Obsessions about having things or achieving goals, counting one's blessings, jack of all trades, having to drop the bundle if one more thing is added, being talented and blessed, enormous responsibilities, wanting to contain all possibilities, storage, so many things to do, so little time. The caution, not being able to focus on one issue at a time or on ideas of real worth, and therefore not really achieving anything. Inability to gain or contain everything that is desired. Ambition that knows no bounds. Greediness and insatiability. Being told that you can't have what you want. Things piling up. Juggling and dropping the ball. Feeling as though you will lose everything. Being overwhelmed with possibilities. Okay, so perhaps Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael are prominent figures in your practice. I do work with a lot of different spiritual guides. And I suppose that you may understand that Archangel Michael is a kind of like Saturn, a larger entity, sometimes considered composed of many, like an army, right? So yeah, the spiritual warfare is kind of been at large. But to move beyond that, I just want you to know that this moon is these moons under the sun in Cancer have been a lot about release. And so while we may want to attain and preserve, this moon is definitely asking you, these moons, the full moon in Capricorn and the last quarter moon in Aries are definitely, they want us to address our daily divinity and remove like one thing. Maybe I've been talking to my Libras, my Virgos, my Scorpios, and so I'm a Pisces, Aries rising, and you know, we're all getting rid of a lot. I miss a lot of my stuff in storage, which is funny. But even so, I'm getting rid of a lot. I'm sorry, I'm so shifty. I'm like, the screen's right next to the camera. Thank you. Okay. Sacred Symbols Oracle for the Collective. Wow, the full moon. Full moon magic was definitely good, right? Was it giving, collective? Okay. Thank you. This storm will pass. This storm too shall pass. you're equipped. Here I go. Water, stormy water, a water. Yes, I don't want to talk about that. It's sort of a reflection of our internal, the sail, the high tide, and yeah, it's learning how to navigate high tide. If you go back to the Capricorn, we had the prophet from the Dreamscape Oracle, and that's definitely about taking the contrary. And a lot of us already do that, where we suppose that the number, for example, the number 13 isn't bad luck, but it, for a long portion of time, perhaps in the 20th century or even around, or, near those 1800s, 1900s, I wouldn't really know the history behind it. Perhaps it was buried, and this is an example, like the number 13 was buried underneath all this darkness, right? When the number 13 is actually, in a lot of practices, considered good luck, like good fortune. So it's not necessarily even about spinning, like spinning it to work for you. It's like reclaiming it. Reclamation is a huge aspect of this, and it takes on the symbol of the home, which we do have here: home and water home. Wow, y'all better relax. There are divine works. It is divine work, and it is honing in and bringing it home, bring the message home, so that you do have a spiritual understanding, and you have a means about you to, it's not even that I want to say to fight. It maybe fight the good fight, but it is more asserting that you are well equipped, and it's not about necessarily, it's more so about tools is what I want to say, instead of saying perhaps our first instinctual thought would be that we are equipped with weapons to fight against those that trespass against us, right? But or to fight those that trespass against us. But no, we are not really, in my teachings, it's not, maybe I have led that way. So another personal anecdote, maybe I have led in a manner where I have fought against, but now I don't. Now I call upon, my forces, and it really isn't like the first thing I do, but perhaps this is something we must consider now, is how to address the reclaiming aspect, and that's going directly to spirit, right? We understand that now, and maybe I'm asserting that level of understanding in you that we possess spiritual power and access. We are granted spiritual access, and so as you release, you do create the space to navigate those spaces and access those spaces, as turbulent and as choppy, as stormy as the waters may be, even as we sort of, I don't want to paint all these like pictures, but Aries is about battle, right? Like, even through all the blood, sweat, and tears. I'll leave it at that. Okay, wow. Like we must go, and in this case, it's about rebuilding, reclaiming, regenerating. It's not about destroying, but perhaps you are definitely having to remove, which is an aspect of destruction. And yes, arrows. Oh my gosh, am I ever going to get into... do we really need the water doesn't want to go, and here's Divine Masculine, 18 and card number 2. So very lunar. This is very lunar, go through your day by day, and suppose that maybe you do have a moon in Taurus, maybe you do have a watery moon, or an earthy moon. Go on the daily, like, what do you feed your mind, your body, your soul? Like, what do you feed your mind? What do you feed your body? What do you feed your soul? Maybe at once it was like more wanting to get away from devastation and running from to attain something, right? And then it became that. Then the struggle became more attainment, right? It went from struggling to attaining, and attaining then became desire, more abundance, right? And so now therein comes the spin where what once felt good no longer feels like it's working for us. So yes, now take time to address where it's overwrought and overdone, okay? Overcooked. Okay, wow. We're gonna just leave it at that because there's a lot there. Here's the key. There's a reminder, and perhaps that's where the message takes me, is card 31 is talisman, the key. But there is a form of guidance in symbols. And so don't be scared by symbolism, just because there's a circular shape and a moon or these are alchemical symbols. These are old, ancient, that transcend lands and boundaries, and that can help you to free yourself from these tendencies to want to be contrived and contained. Remember, it's a release. So what does release mean to you? It could mean in yesterday's Capricorn reading, I kept mentioning the word yield. And when we drive, like as far as driving, like yield means different than, like, say, a cook or a chef, right? Like, how many servings does it yield versus yielding to oncoming traffic, right? And yes, there you go. I'll leave you with that food for thought. No pun intended, or maybe there are many puns within my unintentional. Okay. Why don't we also look at how long? Oh my gosh, already. Okay, I know. This is just how I am, right? I'm full of this unconditional love, which isn't I'm not like spiraling and like I'm more like, shh, be quiet. Yes, wow, and that's funny, the riddle. The venom. So yeah, I had earlier arrows and the destroyer came up. So as I was reading, let me shuffle. But I just want to assert that there can be daily reminders. What is a symbol to you? In this case, in the talisman, in the sense of the talisman, symbols are meant to remind you. And then where do you take it from there? Where do you take that meaning? What does that mean to you? A reminder to feed your mind, body, soul. Especially yesterday, in speaking with my Virgo, my Virgo, we talk a lot about like men. Unfortunately, the conversation took over, and we were just talking about like the emotional release that men are really, the time calls for that, and it's so natural for a lot of feminine, or I don't really even want to say it's a feminine thing. It is like, it's a release that yes, so it's okay. It's okay to let it out. Like, it's okay to be a man and cry, right? Like, for me, it really is. Like, I really don't give an F. Like, I will cry out loud and cry every day, in the morning, day, night. I don't really care. Like, but no, this is me. Just, I want to assert that. Do it. Maybe you are feminine who's not really a crier, or maybe you're known as a crybaby, and it's good. We're rolling with that. We're going with that. The dead end, the seed, and the offering. I'm going to put those back. I want to keep shuffling, okay? Well, it does remind me of the pages. The pages, the Three of Wands, which was in the Capricorn reading. What do we have for the collective here? This is a deep, deep reading, okay? The collective readings get deep, right? Okay, the healer. Then I'm going to do... Okay. The 1, 30, 10, 10, 10. So yes, 3, 1, 0, 1, 0, the 1. And then threshold card 45. The healer is card 25. Okay, so 5s, 3s, we talked about it, and then 21, the mystic. The mystic was in a sort of reversal. Is it or is it not? Card 21, the mystic, beyond just my readings, it's been around and about. So look, when I say speak up, it could be very layman's, like, yes, you must say it, you must speak up, you must say the truth. And next to the healer, it could be healing. It could be the type of shadow work, mirror work and shadow work, going to the mirror. Maybe that could help you release, and speaking to yourself in that reflection, or reflecting with a trusted friend. Maybe it's hard to trust others at the moment. So it really is truly coming to understand yourself, which is a very like generic message, but there's a threshold in like that you can cross by reflecting and speaking to your reflection, where we have the story of Narcissus, or I forget the name, Narcissus, which involves the mythological masculine looking into the water, right? And where perhaps spirit wanted to take that masculine to the water, to see for themselves a true reflection. They saw what they wanted to see, the fullness, the desire. And so there's a lot to say there. Like, when is it possible for you to go to a mirror or a reflection of some sorts? Is it possible for you to really truly listen, to hear others? And where I sometimes get the like, one of my most recent interactions was like with this this guy who had asked AI, like, he asked his friend and me, or yes, somehow AI was involved, and in a way, AI kind of had our backs. People reflect for so many reasons, and so you could feel misunderstood. You could feel like you're not being heard, but it's maybe that you need to hear what the other has to say, and that could be the true reflection. And again, I'm not saying that the other person, for example, say you were to go to a friend who's truly like selfish and their reflection isn't truly supportive, when you, again, hypothetically speaking, you go to them with a deep thought or issue, or a deep issue, or like, I need help, and they're like, you know, why don't you go get retail therapy or some sort? Like, I don't know, I not that I want to like say that that's not the best approach. Maybe there are good times to, you know, yes, get retail therapy. Like, I fully support going to treat yourself with some ice cream or something. But sometimes we don't, what I'm really trying to say, sometimes we don't really hear what we want to hear. And in this case, there's something there for you, is where I'm really going with this message. Sometimes it is truly that the person that you go to with a problem or a kind of soulful, deep reflection, and the way that they respond to you is more so they are reflecting you truly. And so, collective, take what resonates. I'm not saying that you deserve this. I'm saying that maybe this is just confirmation, right? Once again, this could be confirmation that despite you maybe even wanting to retaliate by giving them a piece of your mind, like, excuse me, it's in this case that it truly is more a reflection on them, or a reflection on yourself as well. Like, it takes two, right? But this is definitely either about them or you. And no matter what, it's healing. No matter what, it needed to be said. No matter what, it needed to be heard. And then there's all the other aspects to it. Are you listening? Are they actually listening? Are you being heard? Are you hearing them? Maybe there isn't a way for you to be heard, or they aren't necessarily wanting to be heard, right? Like, hello. Or it's like someone keeps talking and yapping, and it's like I don't want to hear this anymore. There's so many levels to the one. At least I see the 3 levels, right? If we just want to take the numbers, for example, like, there's the positive ion, there's a negative ion, there's the like chatter, and then there's the like one who has to sit and listen and like take it in, and it's like, oh my god, like, are you finished, sort of thing. Or it's like, wait, I'm not finished telling you wait. There's something to say about value, if not a lot to say about value. There's something to say about confidence. Even if you feel misunderstood, misheard, misread, misreviewed, misaligned, all those things, it's having the goal, it's having the guts, it's having the instinctual, like, yes, say it. It's healing. It's someone is waiting to hear you. Someone is waiting to embrace that. Someone is, and it again, sometimes it's not necessarily what you intend to hear, and then it becomes more a reflection about expectations, the intention behind you saying, you know, it does remind me of the tide, like the waves come in, the riptide pulls back out, push pull. Is it that easy? I don't know. No one said it would be easy. Levels of communication, speech, all of that came up in the Capricorn reading, like not giving. To me, it's like, don't give in to the impediment. And it doesn't have to be that you have a speech impediment. That's not really where this message is trying to go. It's more so there are impediments, like obstructions along the way, that need to be, that's likely the threshold. What's keeping you from actually just saying it, regardless of whether you feel, you think, you believe it will be misheard, misrepresented, misinterpreted, misunderstood. Also, there's something to say, again, no pun, but say it and then go on about you. Say it, go on about your biz. Like, don't expect others to, definitely don't expect anything, right? The poet, wow, the poet is a sayer, is a speaker, is a psychic. It is an intuitive. Take it from the poet, card number 7. They understand the power of that, even the written word, which was another message that I can take away from Capricorn. Writing it out, saying it to yourself, saying it to the journal. Is it in itself is a practice to write, to speak to you, to reflect yourself with yourself in the mirror. And in another sense of the word, that could be your practice to actually take the, like, actually say what you want to say, right, to someone or an audience. Wow. Okay. Dreamscape Oracle. This full moon, this last quarter moon, wow. The Selkie and the serpent. The serpent is like the tower, and so to me it's like it's likely the turnout will be much different. It's likely that you don't want to add more to add to angst. It's more that you want to say something to release. The Selkie is the release. The Selkie offers you the push through the threshold, right? The release, the drop of the mask. No longer in hiding, no longer contained and chained and restrained by the desire. What you wanted to see in the mirror isn't necessarily the true reflection, and then in you honoring that, there's like the release. Holy, okay. Before we go, should I read? I want to read the threshold. Let's see. Threshold. Is it part of the places? Okay. Places. The door, the gate, the initiation. We cross thresholds continuously, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on our daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one. However, you have arrived at a threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiations means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. Wow. Okay. So the Selkie and the serpent, not adding more fuel to that fire and not imposing more embellishments on the mask, actually just putting the mask down, that being the total annihilation, the tower, the release of the old you, the letting go of the old you. Holy, okay. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step toward the future that calls you. When light, growth, individuation, ease in the liminal. When dark, resisting, refusal to grow, barriers, and boundaries. Okay. Crossing a threshold may not always be voluntary. Sometimes we are thrown across the boundary, though circumstances far beyond our control. Either way, or through circumstances far beyond our control. Either way, we cannot go back. Okay, either way, I'm going to turn on the light. Okay. I have Two of Cups here, which was left from... Okay, hold on. Which, you know what, Two of Cups... Okay, I'm sorry. Which, you know what, Two of Cups was in the Luna edition, not in this one. So it's new here. You're new here. Welcome. So happy to have you. This is the liminal realm. Okay? Embrace it. We embrace you. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step toward the future that calls you. Okay? In Hindu mythology, Ganesh is the ultimate gatekeeper. Look to the great elephant god for support. Hecate, Janus, and Mention are also watching over you. Yes. Let's see. Janus is reminiscent of Gemini or relative to, and yes, Hecate can be the greeter and your guide, and then the signs that lead the way out of total removal of the mask, right? Okay, dear friend, the threshold. It's beautiful. But yes, there is a guide, the Two of Cups, and strength is definitely like dropping the old mask, right? What will you find in the liminal that will serve you well? That will, wow, it's like fast movement. And in the liminal, the liminal can be quick, which Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius, and just fire in general. It's scorpionic, it's alchemical. Wow, it's alchemical, it's scorpionic, it's temperance, it's Sagittarius. Okay. You'll learn patience. Here's the Page of Wands, and the Hierophant. Card 14, Temperance. Also wanted to say writing does help assert shadow work, and it helps you to get through shadow work. It helps you to see a lot of it. Maybe, again, it's one of those practices that not a lot of people suppose it's for them, right? Like, what is for you? Who doesn't cry? I think humans are the only mammals or earth species that cry. And does that mean that it's wrong? No, it's right. Like, do it. Two of Cups, Two of Wands. The Truth. Okay. Okay, Jupiter in Capricorn, and then Moon in Libra. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Though frustrative, albeit frustrative, you will find a new means to remove this obstacle. You will see the obstacle in a means of, I must get through it, okay? And it doesn't seem like it's the biggest challenge. I think the biggest challenge is accepting that this is part of the work. It is alchemy in that it's scorpionic, and lest I forget to remind you, no one ever said being a Scorpio was easy. We do have Saturn in, I'm so sorry, Moon in Sagittarius, which is the Lord of established strength. It's not that you've been here before, but once again, the tools are there. It's the release of paranoia that you can never come out of this, that you'll never be the same. You'll actually be, yes, you're right. It won't be the same. You'll be you. You'll be a whole new you. Again, it'll never be the same. And there was this one masculine in a prominent masculine in my life, like 5 years ago, who was like, in the midst of all the, like, you know what was going on 5 years ago, like, I can't wait till things get back to normal. And I'm like, things aren't going to be normal ever again. Like, post 2019, 2020, like, and really, even without a major, sorry, there's like dust in the way. Even without major life events and world events, like, life is never the same. And should you be paranoid about that? Should you be paranoid about this release? Judgment follows sulky too. Like, the release is actually, there's more joy to be had if Leo and Scorpio here, the fixed signs require that reminder. Allow the reminder to be that you are strong enough. Okay, 9 of Wands. You are built for this. You're made for this. Sure, no other species on Earth. I don't know if that's even true, or like what the scientific studies, what they really do say, but you are meant to cross this threshold. Like, you are, if humans are the only species on this planet that cry, then cry, bawl it out, cry it out. And I don't know why that's so significant. It's like running away from what you must confront. You are being asked to confront that. It may be even wounds, how you took father, mother wounds out into the world, how you act, how you react, the childish ways about you, or how you treat children, or how you allow others to treat you like a child. Things like that. And it's not like how you treat children, it's like how you treat others, like as if they were children, or and messages like that come through. And it's like, well, is it possible for you to see like that people grow, we grow up And though we may be youthful at heart, we're mature. Though we may be mature, we're youthful at heart. Like it's the push and pull. It's the ebb and flow. It's Judgment, card 20. It's the Sun, card 19. It's coming out of the shadow, the forest, integrating the shadow, having integrated the shadow, having alchemized, okay? Having seen it for what it is, a small obstacle, calling upon the right, the army, your army, your strength, really. Hecate instilled within you the knowledge of Hecate, the knowledge of Ganesha, the knowledge of Janus. Like, turn to you, collective. What in the who is going on? Sagittarius energy here, day by day, taking it day by day. A lot of the way the father treated us, the way the father taught us, the father that we seek in others. What was that book? Are you my mother? Are you my daddy? Or it's just like, oh my God. Like, no, you little bird. None of the above. Like, go away. I'm hungry. Okay. Let's see. And what's the outcome if the collective so chooses to face this, right? Yeah, it's like, though the fear may persist that you will not be able to fully resist the kind of the pull, the what kind of pulls you back in. That's it. It's the end, and this is the gateway. The threshold pushes you on to assert yourself. Again, it's that removal. It's the movement, whether it's shifting your mindset, shifting within you, shifting out of how you treat others, shifting how you allow others to treat you, that then triggers how you treat them. It's that sort of thing. Wow, it's self-love. Here's the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, okay? Is that not beautiful that you'll find this? Look, wow, we have all the aces here. I think it's beautiful. The gates sort of now, it's not about you escaping, it's about you choosing to walk through them, right? High Priestess. Wow, Five of Cups. And then we have Ace of Swords, the frustrative truth, but we have two aces, within you and without you. And then the Five of Cups is definitely healing from wounds from relationships, likely due to whether you learned or whether you've been dealing with masculines or whether you are masculine, how you go about the masculine way about you, Mars and Scorpio. And then we do have Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius. Wow. Mercury in Aquarius. Yes. I love it. Yes. Healing of the mind, healing of how you take action, healing of how you become possessed. Yes. Been there, done that. Can attest. Wow. Heal thy heart. Okay. Heal thy heart wounds. Step into the new. Wow, here we are with Gemini, and we have Mercury healed Gemini. We have better treatment of the self. Wow, look, we have the Magician and Judgment. We have a lot of Gemini, and then we have a lot of Capricorn out of the shadow of Sagittarius, out of the alchemical sort of what you thought was a wasteland was the alchemical junction, crossroads. Out of that, out of into a new lifestyle, manifesting a whole new lifestyle after healing the mind and the way you take action in more so a loving manner, and how you accept love. And that also means you take leaps of faith into these more, not necessarily more refined spaces and relationships, but yes, a more refined version of who you've always wanted to really be as we approach the latter, as we get through this latter part of the year, and as we approach the heightened equinox, the eclipse season. Okay, that's very much Six of Swords, this ecliptic. Holy moly, get ready for the ride. Okay, it's going to be a ride of a lifetime. It's internal, it's external, it's manifestation, it's magic. We have Gemini, we have day and night, or we have Mercury, then we have Gemini, the day aspect of Mercury. We have Mercury at night with the Aquarian removal, surgical removal, the like piercing removal. And then we do have removal, we do have adjustment, judgment, the harvest. What will you reap then in the time of harvest, the shift from summer to fall? Will it have been you taking a leap of faith? We assert that for you. We want that for you. Okay. I trust and believe in you. I honor your path regardless of your choices and your decisions. May your choices be best for you overall, for healing the relationship with yourself, and then allowing that to transpire into the relationships with others and the relationships with the world, okay, with society. It's you. It starts with the one, the you, the healing of the you, the healing of you through this exercise and practice of moving how you, it could likely start with how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others and how others speak to you. Holy moly. It's 444. 444. Okay. Here we go. 445. With that, collective, what's good? You got this, okay? I honor you. I honor your path. Wild and Free High Priest checking out. I'll be back somewhere else. Bye.